Welcome, Fogs and Punks. This is the Punkery Show, live from the worst city in the world, Las Venturas. So, first thing I wanted to see, I saw something yesterday. I forgot to say Catch is here too, obviously. She's very forgettable. But yeah, so I wanted to shout out Big One. Big One is a PH dude, and of course the CNR Facebook group was a huge thing a couple of years ago. I think Giant77 was an admin there, so was Sheep Fuck and all that. You know, before people started using Mumble and Discord, people who didn't have forum, forum access would come on here and post all of their CNR media. Well, Big One here, he made a huge post on the Facebook group, and I translated it. I asked Borlord to translate it, but he didn't translate it, so I had to use Google Translate, and Google Translate is a piece of shit because it only translated half of his post. So I'm going to see what Big One is all about. I'm pretty sure he's going to watch this because he says he listens to or watches Snit on the channel. So Big One pretty much is quitting CNR. So quit CNR is the old player because it's a good idea to find all the money without giving the chance to finish them, even after the admin does not even have to help the admin to do the DMer immediately. So basically, Big One is mad because he got zeroed. I wonder who the admin was that zeroed my PH brother, Big One here, you know. He says, the C-Bug two-shot tax evading quit to avoid can only be warning tablespoon ban. Oh, there you go, tablespoon. You know, the thing about tablespoon is, I remember I had a huge living streak in Los Santos, and tablespoon. Listen, tablespoon's a cool dude. You know, he's down under, Aussie, oi oi oi. You know this snit. But my first encounter at tablespoon in one of these months last year was a rocket to the face. You know, that does make me wonder the amount of the way people have fun on this server. I don't find a rocket to the face as being very fun, but you know, people have their own thing. Still, tablespoon banned immediately, and he finished find all the money. This is bad English here. He says, we must act immediately, admin, who just watching you just like Lofi at my home AFK. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to go out, and I'm complaining I'm online. I'm Blister, I'm going home again. Lofi, then I'm dead. I'm complaining he killed me. So basically, the translator's really bad here, but basically, Lofi, shout to that guy. He's a teenage dude. He made a very autistic meme in the Discord the other day, which I'm not going to say. But I've noticed he has hung out with Wax and Zerths lately. Shout out to Weezo as well, who still thinks Wax is a girl, even though he's a tranny. But Lofi's on that grind where he's trying to gain some notoriety. So you know, these people sometimes they try to act gangster, and by that I don't mean hood. I mean like they try to ride on the coattails of different people to try to seem cool, and that's kind of what Lofi, I've noticed he's done in Las Venturas lately. But he's like 15 or something, so you know he's at the prime age to do that. I remember when I was 15. Don't you remember when you were 15, Kesh?
Not really. That's ages ago. But shout out to Weezo, who's the biggest fucking scammer ever. I'm gonna expose him on fucking radio. So, 2 days ago, he nosedived. We were copying me, Expanda, who else was it, actually? Greens, someone else, I don't remember. And he wanted to cop tank with us, and smart as Weezo is, he came flying with Rustler after us, and he wanted to land on our car or something, and he nosedived. And of course he bombed himself to death. And then he proceeded to cry another 20 minutes about how he lost 10 million because he didn't have life insurance. Made Tanner feel extremely fucking guilty because we told him like he can cop with us. So Tanner gave him 1 million. because Weezo said his kingdom has no money.
Oh, God.
But yesterday he told me he has 250 million in total, and he just tells people he has no money so they would feel bad and donate to him. Smart one, bro. Smart one. Tanner has too much money anyway, but hey ho, like, nice one, Weezo. So yeah, he was asking me how much money I have. I guess he tried to milk some out of me, but I'm Jewish as fuck and I don't give people money. And then he gave up and he just told me that he has much money. Here you have it.
Oh, well, Weezo a few months ago, while in the High Rollers Casino, he asked, "Hey, Rashawn, can you give me 1 mil?" And then I checked how much money he has, and he had 125 million. So,
Yep. Now you see how he has so much money. Because...
Well, everything about Weezo is kind of bullshit, to be quite honest with you. Like, most of the stuff that I see him say in Discords and in the game are quite bullshit. Because first of all, that situation that you just said. Also, in the senior Discord, he said... Now, I don't know how old he is. I'm pretty sure he's not an adult. And he sure doesn't act like one. And I don't know what country he's from, but it's probably from some Morat country. And I don't judge people by countries, obviously, but there's a factor when he was in IRC Discord saying, "Hey guys, I've got an RTX 2080 and it blew up, and hell, well, guess what? I can just use my 1080 Ti." So first of all, so I'm just gonna say this, because Weezo's kind of full of snit here. So for the people that don't understand, that especially if you're in a cafe, because I asked the cafe guy, what CPU do you have in the cafe? It was like an AMD E something hyphen something something. That's very old and snit. I was trying to make a point that Lucas had a worse CPU than PH Cafes, but I didn't confirm that. But still, Weezo basically said that he has a 2080 and a 1080 Ti, which, by the way, would be a worse decision than what Lucas ever did. Because first of all, I don't know how much money it costs to get a 2080 in whatever country Weezo is in. Probably more than America, but if you already have a 1080 Ti, it's a colossal waste of money to get a 2080. So either he didn't do the research while he was trying to lie, or he's retarded. And
well, there are some features on new 2080 series that
bullshit.
Like are unique to it.
Bullshit.
So
Bullshit.
I wouldn't pay so much money. They're a little bit better for streaming and for G-Sync and stuff like that. I mean,
bullshit.
But it's not really worth it.
Complete bullshit. The difference between those two is like 10% and RTX in like 2 games. Alright, so if Weezo actually did that, he is a bigger idiot than I thought. But he is a I was gonna say the word hustler, but I don't want to say that. He is something though. I think he got disabled for a second time this week. 7-day disable for, I believe it's a DM, not quite sure. He got fined 15 mil, and obviously all the glory. Is it 15? Yeah, it's 15 mil. Yeah, all the glory of the server. Obviously, he couldn't comma out if he got fined 1.5 mil or 15 mil. What a fucking idiot. I tell you. So Weezo, Las Venturas, vintage Las Venturas player. He is a fag. A fag. In fact, in March, he got disabled again, and every day he went on IRC to ask Messed Up Smiley and James, "Hey guys, what day I get undisable? It says April 1st, but it's April 1st here. Because I don't know what time zones are, because I'm an idiot. But it's April 1st, so it's April Fool's Day, right? Am I going to be banned permanently? Or, all of this." Weezo is a big idiot. He's a big idiot. This is why I highly regret, because when he got AC banned, right? When he got AC banned, excuse me, back in June. I was like, all right, bro, this guy got AC banned. This is 2018. That was last year. This is 2018. Nobody gets AC bug banned in 2018. And Weezo had a Rate My Chase, which was going to start off the season. And usually, you know, whenever a celebrity, for example, gets a huge scandal, right? And they are booked for different, you know, concerts and whatever the hell it is. And yeah, messed up smiley, yes. Whatever. Yes, messed up smiley, whatever, whoever said Euphoria, yes, that is that multi-account. But, yeah, so when Weezo got AC banned, I was like, okay, bro, he probably did cheat. And he said something soon after that. And I kind of thought, maybe he did cheat. Maybe Weezo is a cheater. But I still made him start off.
Gosh, the worst player here. Yeah, I got raped to death by George's little cock, man.
Okay, we just did that. Listen, Kesh, right? You know, I'll get to that after. But anyway, yeah. So Weezo finally I figured out is a big idiot. So never let cocksucker players headline your projects, guys. Just remember. But also, okay. Some of the guys that are wondering, hey, who's talking on the radio? I guess I didn't say that, right? Okay, I'm Rashawn. I'm ID 52. All right, and the girl who just squealed after getting raped is ID 105.
It's similar to real life.
Yes,
that's what we're all
it's
about.
ID 105. So ID 52 and ID 105 are the ones talking on the radio right now. So Kesh just got destroyed by Drawer 7. You know, I'm not really sure what to say about that, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that actually because I think Kesh already said it. It's small cock. But anyway, yeah, shout out the GOAT. shout out the GOAT on the server right now. Also at the end of the show, we're gonna talk about a fallen soldier, and we're gonna I'll talk something about Kesh as well before that because she is disqualified from talking about because she doesn't know a snit. But hopefully
Disqualified for what?
we'll get to it when we get to the end of the show. Alright, so this weekend, alright, played a lot of CNR. Needed to get some Rate My Chase clips because for the first time in 3 months I finished all the batches. Yes, Pet Skiggy, yes, that's what your name is. This is kind of a weekly thing, yes. It's a CNR radio talk show where sometimes we don't talk about CNR, and most times we come on the radio and, oh, nice job, Greens. Nice idea, Greens. That's a very good subject. See, I tell you, XXXS and Greens, XXXS and Greens, they really have very good topics for us to talk about. So, let's talk about, just for like 3 minutes, Kesh, let's talk about tits. Alright, so...
No. No.
If you know, for the guys on SnitTube watching, if you want to skip, you can skip. But here's the thing. So, you know, tits. There are a lot of things about tits. All right. As Make America Snit again joins the server. So Kesh here is a very
proud owner of A cups.
She's a proud. she's a proud owner of 8 cups, but here's the thing, you know, here's the thing about people that get, self-conscious about their own bodies, alright? Listen, there are many types of... What?
I'm not actually, I have B cups, but I'm just exaggerating it, because it's funny.
Well, yeah, bye isn't gonna we'll finish in like 2 minutes, alright? But, you know, there are lots of people that are self-conscious about their bodies, you know, for example, you got, you know, let's say John, you know, he gets ragged on because of his weights and all this. You know, we've said a lot of things about campaign. It's too much dick.
There's actually substance to that.
You may be skinny, you may be fat, you may be chubby, and all this. But listen, guys,
Yo, Petsky ask you if you like fisting.
Who said that?
Petsky.
Petsky.
Never mind. Move on.
Oh.
He has weird questions.
Yeah, we're talking about tits here, Pitsky. We're not talking about that. So there are many men in the world, all right. For you women out there with or actually, either way, there are many people out there for you people who are very insecure about your body, all right. So if you are somebody with those A cups, well, maybe you might find a dude who doesn't really like big tits. That's the thing. I mean, there's a person that's always out there for you, And let's say if you got small tits, well, you can go to the gym and do squats, 100 squats a day, and all this. If you've got H cups, you can either have them reduced. But here's the thing about people with H cups. All right, so here's the thing: you can't ride throughout life with H cups and no ass. All right, here's the thing, because
Imagine a person H cups and no ass. Seriously, where's their center of gravity?
It's clearly up. It's clearly up higher on their body. Yeah. So because we watched the show about a woman who had H cups or something like that. And at that point, you just can't finish off. Like, you just can't, say, oh, I got the biggest tits in the world. I can't, I don't need to do anything else. If you got a flat ass with that, I don't know, man. I just don't know. What?
You an ass guy or a TD guy?
Well, I would say I asked Jawher. Excuse me. I asked Jawher that question during his interview, and he was like, I don't know. I would say I am 55% tits and 45% ass, because most of the times I can't decide. So I'm gonna say 55-45. Let's see what Green said. Green said there are people with massive asses and small tits. Well, the thing is, Greens, when you have small tits and a huge ass, like, you can't naturally change what's up top. Whereas if you have the reverse, you can change what's at the bottom. Naturally.
What if you have massive ass and you can't make it smaller? How are you gonna make ass smaller, man?
Yeah.
There's just no way. What if you have like super wide hips or something? Or if you're a
I don't think I've ever heard anything about ass reduction. Like, there are people who get breast reduction, but I've never heard anyone use ass reduction. No.
Wow, it's funny how Nautico says, what if we use 100% of brain, turn off the radio?
Well, I mean, there are people...
Out of all people, him.
Well, the thing is, Kesh, not everyone wants to talk about tits, especially if Cyber was here, he'd be like, hey guys, you have to talk about CNR, okay? But, the real thing is, like, I played CNR all weekend, and I really can't siphon anything from the weekend that I played CNR, to be quite honest with you. So when Greens...
But like girls, right? Like, if we have small boobies, we can get them bigger. If we have small ass, we can get them big. Get it big. So if you had an option to, well, I guess there is an option to enlarge your mini Rashawn, would you get him big ear Rashawn? Big ear Rashawn.
Oh well, the thing about that is that there was a billionaire, I think. Yeah, there was a billionaire dude from France. He's like in his 60s, right? And what else are you gonna do when you're a billionaire? Even if you're an old man, you don't want to settle down. Obviously, you want to have all of the young women that you want to have. So, if you're in the predicament where you have a lot of money and it's inversely related to your manhood, well, then obviously the obvious thing would be to try to fix that, Now, obviously he died, which is very unfortunate. But to be quite honest,
I do it at 70. Why would you get your dick enlarged at 70? Do it at like 20, 30. I don't know. What uses dick to you at
Well,
70?
the thing
Like,
is, Kesh, maybe he wasn't, maybe he didn't get really rich until like he was middle aged, you know? So he didn't start
yeah,
balling
but
out.
still, like, so what? Like, he has massive dick probably, and he's still like 70 years old. He still has reachable. Who's gonna fuck that shit?
Look, Kesh, I
Like,
mean,
for
there's a
real.
guy named Hugh Hefner. Remember him? He was an old man, but
Yeah, and he's disgusting.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so. Anyway, yes, but the final sentence for that, because people are getting uneasy right now, is that obviously you're not going to do that type of surgery if you already have what's needed. So obviously he didn't have what was needed to perform. So there you go. So that was the segment that we call the Greens chat segment, where we talk about what Greens puts in chat. And thank you, Greens. That was a very insightful topic for us. You know, obviously Kesh knows a lot about that. So you know, GG. So yeah, I played Las Venturas.
I think 3 minutes are up like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it probably was. So played Las Venturas for quite a while this weekend. Before that, the guy who's gonna get Hustler of the Day tonight is a guy named Xeronto. Now, I usually don't play with people because you know, people are very destructive. You know, you can get into trouble with playing with people at times. So usually I like to you know, be safe. But I saw Xeronto on the server. He is a player that I saw narrate my chase during the Christmas carols time. He was chasing a guy, and he was in it for like 10 seconds. So when he PM'd me saying, "Hey, Rashawn, do you want to help me rob?" in San Fierro, I was like, "Oh." You know, I usually wouldn't say yes, but I
Wow,
helped
you're
him.
turning a fun guy.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But yes, you know, we did it 3 for 3. We robbed the drug factory 3 times. I let him take all the money because he was saying that he wanted to buy a house and all this. And this was like, oh, nice. You know, he's getting money the legit way, not DMing. I'll get to Petskigi in a bit about your DM question. But you know, I gave him 150K at the end. Nice dude. So if you see Xeronto on the server, he's a pretty cool dude. He's a pretty cool guy to rob with. And he was good. He was good. Crazy Boy almost destroyed us, but I guess Crazy Boy is some kind of guy who likes to put people into submission and then just leave, because he could have destroyed us, right? Like the bike was on fire. I had no insta fix. He was shooting at us, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
Don't you call out people who don't have Instafix?
I used it.
Oh,
He owned us, and I used it. But the thing is, I didn't want to shoot back at him because I didn't want to, you know, I just wasn't feeling like that at the time. But yeah, Xeronto's a cool dude. Petskigi in chat asked, what do I think about DM? Well, you know, Petskigi, you know, the thing about DM, and I know Blister made a topic on the forum about Angry, about how he banned him for saying KYS faggot. That was pretty funny, by the way. It was during the Punkery show last week or the week before. But the thing about DM, right, especially with complaints, a lot of people complain for DM. This is very important, by the way. A lot of people complain for DM, right? But then they complain after they die. Now, I'm not saying it's very doable to complain someone for DM as they're DMing, because even if you complain someone for DMing as they're DMing, there's no proof up front that's obvious to say that somebody is DMing. You know, like for example, Lee the Titan, nice job, Lee the Titan. Drop on a clues about Lee the Titan, his birthday. But let's say, for example, that I'm DMing somebody, and let's say I'm not an admin, and let's say I'm DMing somebody, and I'm a I abide by the rules in SNIT. So, pretty much, if an admin knows that I'm a rule-abiding player and I get a complaint for DM, I kill the guy. And even if I kill the guy again, I see him twice on the kill list. So what some people do is A kills B, then B revenges on A, B fails the revenge and dies, so then A kills B twice, you see it both on the death list, then B complains, but B tried to revenge, so in which case they'd be lying in their complaints. So it's like, you have to keep that in the back of your mind as well. So that's why DM complaints are very difficult at times to deal with, because the complainer could be lying, then you punish the guy, and then the other guy is like, hey guy, DM, he came back trying to get me, and all that. So so yeah, that's basically what it is. Let's see, Petsy said, who are the most annoying DMers in this server? Well, I don't know, yeah, Green said best to have it recorded, yeah. Notico said, I don't like hitmen without dicks. So, Notico, you're basically saying, you don't like female DMers? I don't know.
There is none. The times of Nikki are over.
Yes. I mean, Cash rapes, I don't think they really count. That's not DM, so.
Yeah, but see, I'm not a rapist by skill, right? I'm a drug dealer because I can hold more drugs on me. So my skill is not rapist, right? So if we go line by line by the rules, I shouldn't be able or shouldn't rape people to death because that's DM. It's not my skill.
Well, I disagree. I think, shout out to Chivo, I think there was some admin that said that rape is DM. I don't know who it was. That does sound like a Chivo thing, to be honest with you, but I don't know if it was Chivo. But I don't think rape is DM. Okay, hold on, let me just read what Nodoku just said. If your dick is too small to aim... Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna read that. Not gonna read that. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think rape is DM. I mean, command... In most cases, command attacks, I don't think is DM. Because, here's the thing, like, for example, rape is supposed to be random, like... let's say...
Well, if you have, there are certain things to make it 100% sure. Like, most people probably know it on server, but I'm not gonna spoil it for new players. Like, if you're not rapist by the skill, you can still make it 100%. So certain things, so it's not random. You rape all the time. It will work every time.
Hey Greens, fuck you. But, yeah, exactly. If you have diseases, and yeah, it's, 100% to...
Why you have to do this?
What?
You're not supposed to tell.
I mean, this is public knowledge. I mean, honestly, like, if you don't know that, then you're some kind of, like...
I just gave today, some money to some newbie, and he asked me where to meet, and I told him City Hall, and he was waiting for me at PD.
Owned!
There's no where City Hall is on the city.
Well, here's the thing, Kesh. There are many more damaging things on this server that you could say in public than if you have diseases you can rape with any skill. This is why I made a suggestion a few years ago that rapists should have some perk. Also, the guy, Selkuth in the radio, ID 52 and ID 105 are talking. Rashawn and Kesh are on the radio right now. We're talking about rapists. Not actual rapists, but, in-game rapists. Gay! Fucking Selkuth. But yeah, rape's not DM. I used to shout out to Shan and X Panda. I used to rape with those two. It was pretty funny, quite honestly. Go around the city, find some dude outside the car, free stationery, come out, rape them. Pretty funny, it is, especially when they die and then you try to lose that wanted level, and as Stroganoff said, or TC, they're like TD50, but there's a lot more damaging things to say than you can rape with. You can 100% rape somebody with if you have any disease. I mean, there's much more.
She's not girl, he cheats. Yo.
Okay, so I mean, if you want to be a man, there are ways to do that,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, here's the thing, Kesh, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about that.
One change topic.
But yeah, played a lot of Las Venturas this weekend. I tell you, the city sucks, man. I'm telling you.
We do have a tranny playing this game, yeah? No? Yeah? Few like Wax and...
Yes, Wax is a tranny. Warlord, he's a tranny. Long-time tranny. He's rehabbed since then, but he's still a tranny. There's a guy named Urban Legend 22. He was a tranny. Yeah, there are plenty of trannies on the server.
There was one that was streaming. No? Yeah. Okay, not going into that.
Well, there's a difference between... Here's the thing. So... Fucking Draco. But there's a difference between... Now, here's the thing. There's a difference between a tranny, like how we're saying it right now, and a transsexual.
And the tranny. Having deep voice hasn't gone through the voice, the augmentation surgery or whatever it's called. Know that exists? They can, I don't know what they do with your vocal cords, but they change your vocal cords so you sound like... Yeah, so...
Well, a dude... I guess we have to get into this, since we got too deep with it, but there's a dude that I talked to at work, and he does the Tinder snit, and there are a good amount, not a good amount, but there are, I'd say a 1% of people that you will see on that are actual
Why am I getting DM'd?
Are actual...
Why am I getting DM'd?
Help! Was that for no reason? I have no idea.
I don't know what I've done.
I
don't know what I've done for him to kill me.
Well, we will see. That's what we're talking about when it comes to cocks. I had no idea. Oh, I had no idea that my sound was up. Excuse me. But as I figure what's going on here, so there are actually a subset of people on that app that are actual transsexuals. So, what this dude said to me, he's like, and I agree, like, if you are a male to female transition, you're not a woman until you cut off your dick. Okay? You have to actually do the full transition before...
You don't know what you're talking about. If you look at your own dick, right? You have, oh my god, this is PG-13. You have your dick head, right? Like, the thing you are, right? And when you do, like, a male to female surgery, you don't ever cut your dick off completely because they, like, change parts, blah blah blah, in and out, but they make like clitoris out of your dick head. So essentially, part of your dick always stays there. So you don't cut it off completely.
Okay, I mean, it's a regular thing in anatomy to know that when you are a fetus, right, and your gender is assigned, basically your bits are you know, the male's bits are okay,
Female bits.
yeah, the male's bits are the male version of the female's bits, and the female's bits are the female version of the male's bits. So it's all the same. It's just different, you know. So, you know, when you say that, sure, but if you are a male to female transition, I don't care what you just said. You have to reassign that section of your body to make it consistent with
What is it? Please get me out of here. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Can it get
So yeah,
worse?
yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
it started so well with Weezo and shit.
Excellent. Excellent. So, and what I was trying to say, before you said the deep voice thing, there's a difference between, like, we say the word tranny now, but like by that, 95% of the time when I say the word tranny, if you see it on the scene or news or donkey or whatever, I'm talking about a guy that acts like a woman on the internet. That is what I refer to as tranny.
There's a lot of those.
Yes. Yes. So when I refer to an actual transsexual, then I refer to them by the proper name. I don't refer to them by the offensive name, because, they actually are actually doing it. So, when we call Wax a tranny, it's because he's a dude who used to act like a woman on the internet. Whereas, I don't think Door 15 has a problem with me saying this, because he's he said this in his signature. So, he's an actual transsexual. So, I don't interchange both words, even though, my definition of the word tranny is not actually, what it is. But still, either way, tell you, this is the Punkery Show, guys. This is the Punkery Show with your hosts, Rashawn and Kesh. We're talking about very weird snit right now. Petsky, goddamn.
The actual reason people should know this, like, usually now lately we have a Punkery Show on Thursday. But we actually have Punkery Show today because Cash is busy tomorrow, and Rashawn is likely to strike up a date from Tinder. Congratulations, Rashawn!
Well, first of all, I don't know what she's talking about. Alright, I have no idea what she's talking about. She's,
So everyone, congratulate Rashawn in chat, please, because he had birthday yesterday, and tomorrow he's likely to get a bit late birthday party, but hey ho.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about. Let's see, Notico, why don't we have a guest on the show? Well, I just had Menu Rules PM me saying, what are we gonna do about this thing? I forgot it, because Menu Rules was supposed to be like the second to next interviewee back in January, and we still haven't had Greens yet. Greens is on the server right now. We still haven't had Greens yet. I don't know when we're gonna have Greens. And all that.
Yeah, because he rage quit for I don't know how many weeks, and then we can do the interview. So we were waiting for Greens, and now he's here. Now we just have to decide for the.
So yeah, Menu Rules, you'll be after Greens whenever Greens is going to be on the show. It's been like a 3-month blue ball, I guess, So we'll see what happens about that.
I'm proposing next week, as soon as possible.
Yes.
Wednesday, good. Thursday is better than.
Usually I don't really give a snit. Shout out to Sean Ranklin. Shout out to John Fletcher. John Fletcher just said, shout out to Sean Ranklin and Liquid Richard. DG. Hey, John Fletcher, do you know of DSP? I know you know of Rings of Redemption, but they're basically in the same class, Wings of Redemption, Dark Side Phil, same thing. He went to Connecticut, by the way. DSP went to Connecticut. He's about an hour away from me right now. I was thinking of going down there to get an autograph from DSP, but maybe if I knock on his parents' door, he'll shoot me. So,
Are you serious?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Thanks.
Well, listen,
So
part of the appeal is that, we're both from the same state. I mean, he
when
moved
you
to
want
Washington, but
to
still.
when you want to get an autograph of YouTube/Twitch personality that happens to be a 40-year-old man, sweaty, stupid American guy, just think you're like.
Also, menu rules, yes, I will talk about him at the end of the show, yes. But yeah, he's a pig, pretty much. DSP's a pig. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, damn, a lot of people getting banned for cheating these days. But yeah, a lot of Venturas, man, I tell you, trying to get some chases for the first time this weekend. Upcoming Rate My Chases will be Bile. Shout out to that dude. He's trucking right now. He basically hoarded the Julius Thruway and made a lot of cops fail with lag pits. So we'll see what happens with that. Sales is going to get a Rate My Chase, even though I was very reluctant to put him on because he gets banned every week and he got disabled again. So, that's just that guy, man. Sales just that guy. I'm fucking joking. But yeah, Sales will get a Rate My Chase. We're gonna have a Las Venturas chase perspective, where we put a lot of chases where they would not be individual episodes. That'll be a shout out to the late great Nipsey Hussle. About to do that tonight. Talk more about him at the end of the show. Whenever the break is, just gonna bullshit for about 15 more minutes, and then we'll take a break. If even though I can bullshit 15 more minutes, but yeah, discotheque. What is discotheque? I don't know. But yeah, John Fletcher. Do you know who DSP is, man? I mean, you know who Wings of Redemption is, but you gotta tell me if you know who DSP is. But yeah. Oh, Xeronto. Holy shit, Xeronto. The guy who's gonna get Hustler of the Day tonight just got Hand of God. I wonder what Xeronto did. Holy snit. Wow. Okay, so Xeronto got kicked for not following the rules, but I'm still going to give him Hustler of the Day tonight. Because, I can. So Cash, speaking of Hustler of the Day, Cash is very upset because I gave Evangelist...
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I was just like, you said, okay, Hustler of the Day, the point of it is like to give... spotlight to good players, right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm not like jealous or anything like in that way, but it was just kind of mind-fucking to me, like the first ever episode you did on Gang Wars. Like, how is that good in any way, or like for the server or anything, I mean, it's just kind of like it's a massive contradiction, my opinion.
Okay, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Evangelist and like 12 other people were in a Gnag war on the San Fierro server. Yeah, I understand that.
You're like, hey guys, I'm gonna give like a Hustler award, blah blah blah, to good players, blah blah blah. Oh, here we have a gang war, blah blah blah. So.
Well, yes, I understand that, but the thing is, you got to put a spin on these kinds of snits. What is morally correct, like what is morally right, does not always encompass like what is good in different people's contexts of what good is. So, it can be a bit of a shady thing, and it can still show somebody's success. It's basically a showing of success and or a cool thing that someone's done, and Evangelist made a pretty cool video. Now I didn't say that in the video for some reason. I did it because he made a cool video, and it was pretty funny, and I haven't seen a Gnag War in quite a while, because in 2019 usually guys don't have Gnag Wars, but I thought it was pretty intriguing because that used to be what was all the time back in the old fag era. You're too young to understand this, Cash. So,
Man, I got DM'd all the time when I was like when I came here, I didn't even know why people are shooting me. Just because I simply existed, I was like target practice for people. So don't give me that. Like I bled like, a lot before I could even start playing on the server. So yes, I know what gank wars are. They used to be crazy. I was here
Well,
like
true.
when there was like shots and everything.
That's true, you know.
I remember that guy. I don't know what he was called, like racism or something.
Yeah, Racism, yes. He's
Yeah, I don't know why he was Serbian or something. He would DM me non-stop, like non-stop. He was a fucking idiot. But yeah.
Yes, Racism is one of the biggest thugs in CI history. That's for damn sure. You know, he was a big Gnag war. You know, in Las Venturas, people used to Gnag war in Bayside all the time. San Fierro, usually the gang war in Palomino Creek. Pretty random, honestly. And Los Santos, where are they Gnag war in Los Santos? I don't even know.
I don't see this anymore so much, but back then it was. I felt like there was more of that. Like there were literally cars when there would be like seriously. I think they were literally fucking themselves and like spreading like plague. Like you used to see like three. Like when they were approaching you, it looked like there's three guys on the car, but then when they got close, there was like 5 or 6, and they just like ganked raped you like to death. It was insane.
Yeah,
That was like really a thing back then. But
that's the funny thing. Yeah, that was a lot happened in Evangelist video, but yeah, you know, Hustler today is gonna be pretty difficult because it's a lot more difficult to talk. You know, it feels bad when I say this, but it's a lot more difficult to have talking points for good players than for bad, you know, because for example, like if I ask you a question, do you agree or disagree with this, and you agree, it's like, okay, you don't need to tell me why you agree, we just both agree. But if you disagree, then it's like, oh, why do you disagree? Make me understand why you disagree. So then it turns into a whole, you know, conversation. So when it comes to...
You sound like Parrish now.
Really? Do I?
Yeah.
Does Paris say that?
No. You're just...
Oh, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But, yeah. But, yeah. But either way, that's how it is in conversation, you know? So it's easier to talk ill of someone than to talk good of somebody, as Selkuth won Lotto.
DMing shit.
Selkuth?
Little DMing shit. One. You're fucking shooting me with AK for no reason, you little shit. You won, like for real? Who rigged this one?
I'm pretty sure someone else shot you or killed you.
I'm
They got
being
banned.
shot all the time anyway.
Oh, well, yeah, no wonder. No wonder. But yeah, you know, that's basically how it is. So, it's gonna go to Xeronto tonight. I'm gonna give it to Christy Edge tomorrow for winning the March Madness giveaway.
Did you win?
Huh?
So how do you feel? See, like, you're so proud, like, about basketball. You take pride in, like, predicting the scores and whatever. And now Christy Edge won. Like, that's... If that's not proof of the randomness of the whole thing, then I don't know what it is.
Well, the thing is, Kesh, the college basketball March Madness tournament does have random elements, okay? So basically what it is there are 68 teams in the tournament, each divided into 4 quadrants, alright, where teams are seeded 1 to 16. So of course, I'm sure you know, I mean, you're a soccer fan, for God's sakes, you know, so for example, the best team plays the... Huh?
Football.
Oh, the best team plays the worst team in that quadrant of the bracket. And then, you know, 1 against 16, 2 against 15, you know, 4 against 13, 8 against 9, all that. So, you know, there is some logic. Now, obviously, the worst team in the tournament is likely not going to beat the best team in the tournament. Very obvious. So, you know, you'd usually pick the better teams. Now, there are times where, you know, there will be some upsets. You know, a 12 seed will win, a 13 will win. You know, a lot of times there are other close to very good teams that'll make the Final Four and all this. But there are times where there are a lot of upsets that nobody
I'm just saying
see.
that a lot of people probably don't partake in this, like, for
Well,
exactly the reason that everything said. Like, what's the point? Because in the end, some random person's gonna win anyway, you know? Like, it's not that the most knowledgeable person will win,
well,
because the thing itself is random, so you
oh,
cannot take it like something worthwhile, you know?
well, yeah. I mean, it's true. It's not fully random, but knowing about college basketball does not put you in a 100% position to win, because a Pakistani dude won it last year, and Christy Edge won it this year. Even though Christy Edge knows about soccer and he has some understanding, even though he doesn't watch basketball, but he has some understanding of seedings and how good teams are and all that. So Bega.
That just called me a slut.
On,
Oh,
on, on.
oh my god, you have higher pitch than me. What happened? Male to female?
Okay, so I've got a very large range of voice. I can do a deep voice, but I can also do a high pitch. Like in the next few days, I'm gonna watch a few CS:GO videos that I made or recorded a few years ago, because Backfire really wants me to make a funniest compilation of CS:GO videos again. So, and in some of those videos, my voice is pretty high for some reason. So, especially when I get mad. So, I've got a very large range.
How is it possible to get mad in Silver Elite?
Listen, in that particular video, I was Gold Nova 1. All right. Okay, Greens just said.
The stars are
Greens
real.
just said when I heard Rashawn say I got it very large, I totally thought he was going to say something else. Well, Greens. Here's the thing. Like, there really is no benefit to broadcasting my biceps to people listening to the CNR radio. There's really no advantage to it, so I prefer not to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, Cash can be out here and say, "The guys got B cups," but I'm not gonna do that, because there's no reason to.
Wow, you're insecure about your little mini Rashawn. I feel you though. I mean, if you're born black, like there's certain expectations put on you, that you might or might not meet, and must be hard life, man. Being a black and have a mini Rashawn.
Listen, Kesh, alright? Listen, Kesh. The thing is, I don't disclose that information unless someone asks. So you can continue to talk snit if you want, but I'm not gonna fall for your bait, alright? I'm not gonna fall for your bait. That's the thing. Very simple. I don't indulge such private matters unless someone asks. Alright, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright, Greens, shut your mouth, alright? Greens, shut your mouth, alright? Shut your mouth. Don't say anything like that. Okay, but
When's the break coming? My mouth is dry.
Well, Cash, here's the thing. So here's the problem with that, when you're so dependent on tea, I guess it gives you dry mouth. Because here's the thing, my mouth never gets dry. There are times where I may not drink water for a extended period of time. Only in the summer is when my mouth would get dry.
I
what
thought
is it?
Americans don't drink water.
Well, Americans don't drink water, but I drink water. My dad, once in a while would say, because he's Jamaican, he'd say, how come you not drink juice? And I'm like, because I don't like it. And my mom was like, you have to drink juice, you can't drink beer water. And
really
in the same breath, she'd be like, we can't eat sugar. It causes a lot of high blood pressure and all this. And I'm like, so you don't want us to eat sugary foods, but you want us to drink
Choose
fruit juice. You know?
blood.
Yeah, it is logic. Purple Pat, who wants to drink Flint water? Well, yeah, so Flint, Michigan is a city in America. It's reasonably close to where Purple Pat is. There are a lot of Chicago players in CNR. Lil Tank's from Chicago.
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
Purple Pat's in Chicago.
Oh.
Good guy Jay's in Chicago. I know he doesn't play, but still. So there is a city in Detroit. Excuse me, not Detroit, Michigan. Excuse me, sorry. That has dirty water, messed up drinking water, and all that.
Do
Now,
you have a drink tap water at your place?
well,
Can you drink it from the tap?
maybe we could, but we still boil it.
Seriously?
Yes, yes, we do.
Wow.
We take the water out of the tap, and then
I have drinkable tap water here, and it's like seriously, like now that I come to think about it, it's luxury as well. Because when I was in Russia, they also didn't have drinkable tap water, and the bottled water in Russia is, I think it's actually more expensive than vodka. So you would be just better off to buy vodka. It would be
crazy.
better.
But yeah, you know, I assume that most people in America, they just use a water filter. I don't know what Americans are on the server right now. I mean, you can attach a water filter to your faucet in the kitchen, and you can drink water from there. I'm kind of curious now. Purple Pat, Chivo, all the Americans on the server. Do you guys boil water? Do you boil your water? I really want to know because you know, my parents are old school, and they boil water before they drink it. They boil it, put it in the fridge.
Yo, Rashawn, I raped Dice to death. Do you think I'm gonna get zeroed? Is he Albanian?
I mean, he has the Albanian type name. Boil water, the fuck? But yeah, Dice might kill you once. Oh yeah, he's not like, he's dimwit, but he's not dumb. Like, he's not stupid, so he wouldn't do that.
That makes no sense. It really makes no sense.
Well, there's a difference between dumb and dimwit. Like, dimwit, you're just, you know, kind of lost, but like dumb is just plain dumb, you know. Oh, well, there you go. There you go, Chivo. I see. Yeah, you know, yeah, you know, water tastes great, man. I'm telling you, all the people that think water tastes like shit. Seriously, dude, you need your head examined, because water, like, people say water doesn't have a taste. Water has a great taste, you know.
It doesn't have a taste.
It has a great taste. It tastes great. You say it has no taste, it tastes great to me, man. Like, water tastes fucking good. Ooh, there's lead in the water. Damn. Holy snap. You know, there are conspiracy theories that say that, you know, there are different things in the water that messes with our structure. I was watching Godfrey on a DJ Vlad. He's the guy that got the quote, you want the chalk? You want the chalk for Vladimir? He's the guy. So he was talking about how, you know, there's got to be some tampering of our food and the water. They changed the molecular structure to, you know, make us gay, or to, you know, make us more prone for diseases. And, you know,
Yo,
you never
Sean,
know.
are you gonna vaccinate your kids?
Yes. Now,
Nice, you're smart.
Tell me, what is the downside to vaccinating?
Nothing. People that don't vaccinate are stupid.
But I mean, there's the thing, like, if you don't vaccinate, you can get these diseases that are, you know, crippling, that are very easy to not have, you know, like fucking polio and smallpox and, you know, whatever the hell else it is. So I don't see the point in not vaccinating.
Honestly. I don't know how people are so stupid.
I don't know.
What the fuck? What's wrong with Purple Pat today? He's so edgy.
Nah, man, Purple Pat. Listen, Purple Pat was a really quiet dude. Okay,
Yes. What happened? He
but
drank the wrong water.
here's the thing. Like, wait, hold on. Manuels wants to circumcision. Oh my god.
No, please don't get started on that topic. For the sake of the radio show and your integrity.
My integrity. Yeah, Purple Pat, he was a quiet dude, so as he's gotten more exposure, because, he's been in like 10 rate my chases between December and January. He's gotten a lot more exposure, so as you get more exposure, you are able to expand yourself. And Purple Pat has been able to do that,
Is that what happened to John?
Help! 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 Okay, Peach Koozie just said, Rashawn, it sounded in the video like he was drinking beer. I don't drink beer, man. The only alcohol I would drink is vodka.
No,
I haven't drank vodka in a few
only
years,
eats
man.
live chlamydia on the video. Or yogurt or whatever it's called.
Oh.
It looks like chlamydia.
Well, it's funny because the two DSP tries that I did do kind of look suspect because, like, the first one was okay. Green says I sound like I have a cold. Yeah, I've got sinus problems, man. I really do. I don't know where it came from, but I do have some. I've had it since I was young. I don't know what it came from or something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't. Like, sometimes when I do rate my chases and I commentate over them, I sound like stuffed up. And even when I, 5 minutes in commentary, like, I get fucking stuffed, man. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I can be on this show, right? I can, huh?
Sounds wrong.
But
Stuffed.
yeah.
Turkey.
But I can be on this show, and I can talk, fine. But when I try to, put the highest quality of my voice that I can ever do, when I commentate over Rate My Chases, I get stuffy. I don't really fucking know. Stuffed that? What do you fucking say? The ass. Stuffed up the ass. Ack, 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 ack. You got jokes, Greens. But yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, we'll go to break. I'm just gonna finish the segment off because Manu Rules said something about something. I'm just gonna answer that with one question. Because he wanted to talk about circumcision, and I'll spare the conversation, but I will say,
You're fucking idiots for cutting your skin off. That's all I'm gonna say. Fucking idiots.
what?
Fucking idiots.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is kind of suspect, so I'm not gonna say it, but okay, I'm just gonna say it. So, you know what? I'm just gonna say Kesh is wrong. She is wrong.
I am not. What the fuck?
She is
Maybe
wrong.
I would know it's better, no? Don't you think you had more dick than me?
Yeah, I guess you would know better, but my opinion says you're wrong. But we will go to a break, and after that, we'll get into the segment I wanted to get to. Be right back on the Punkery Show. Alright, welcome back. This is the Punkery Show. We've only got 4 minutes left until the end of the game week. I wanted to get into a soliloquy here. I wish that I knew it was already Saturday. Manu Rules reminded me of this, and this was the entire point of the show. Say it at the end of the show. Obviously, last week I could have talked more about LA turned Grammy nominated rapper mogul example. Nipsey Hussle got assassinated on March 31st, outside of his own store, South LA. All right. So I had. First of all, I wanted to talk to Cash because we have a disconnect here. We have a white guy disconnect here because if I were to ask, Cash and I have talked a lot, and I think 0.1% of the time that we've talked has been about hip hop. And the only conversation I can remember with Cash about hip hop is about Eminem, obviously, because.
No, seriously?
Yes.
Don't really like Eminem
obviously.
that much. I listen to NF.
Who?
NF.
NF?
NF. Yes.
Who the fuck is NF?
Oh my god, you seriously know nothing about music, man.
NF. I'm about to type this in right now.
Yes.
Is that a white dude?
Yeah.
Obviously. Anyway. So like I was saying, so outside of the normie rappers like Eminem, Kanye West, Jay-Z,
Don't listen to Kanye West. What the fuck is that bullshit, man?
I'm not saying listen. I meant like know of. Especially your demographic. That's basically the only type of rappers that you will know of. And obviously, she just showed her whiteness because she just said a rapper. I have no idea who it is. That's probably not even American, by the way.
Because you don't have any idea of good rappers.
Oh yeah, NF is
just-
not.
I don't want to listen
I do.
about kids rapping about their Lambos and golden.
Oh well,
things and
that's
chains and whatever shit.
exactly the disconnect. That's exactly the disconnect. So here's the thing. So it's funny that we seem to only give a send out people once they die or get killed or something like that. I remember a year or two ago, I would fish on Spotify to listen to random people's albums because I wanted to add songs to my snit, and the best songs that I heard I would put on the saved playlists and all of that. Now before I say this, obviously after the Punkery show last week, a few days after, I was thinking I should make a segment about Nipsey Hussle, but I should disqualify Cash from it. And I thought, I was kind of doing back and forth. Should I or should I not? And then on Sunday, she confirmed my suspicion. So should be disqualified now. The city's going to change here. It's going to change here. So I'm going to re-advertise. I'm going to re-advertise. This is very important. All right, because there are people like this faggot in the channel with me right now who do not understand where to snip. All right.
How do you not know NF though, Sean? Really, he's like really good upcoming rapper.
Well,
Should check him out.
we'll see. But there really is. I mean, no. He doesn't work with anybody that I recognize. He doesn't have Cox. Fucking shit, Cox. Where's the fucking button, man? Holy shit. Excuse me. But
Oh man.
let me just spawn here and I'll re-advertise the radio.
How can you disqualify me from the shit? You just mute me?
I'm disqualifying because you have no idea. You have no idea what you're talking about. You really don't. You really have no idea what you're talking about. Let me just re-advertise the radio and then I'll start talking again. What's NF? Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck knows who
I
that
don't
is?
listen to I don't listen to hip hop anyway. So.
Well, that's my fucking point. That's my fucking point.
I do that's like my fifth genre.
Okay, hold on.
I probably listen to.
Alright, so let me speak. Okay. Alright, so I didn't really listen to a lot of Nipsey Hussle. A few years ago, I did listen to his mixtape. I don't remember the fucking name. And I was like, well, this dude, he actually talks about snit. Like, there wasn't a song on the mixtape that actually stood out to me that I actually saved, but I could actually understand what he was saying. He was saying,
NF? So, and
Oh,
this guy that
hey.
I listen to, he's also like,
Oh, no, listen.
lyrics, man.
Jesus
he's not
Christ,
rapping
man.
about bitches and
Don't-
Lamborghinis.
Cash, don't talk till I'm finished, alright? This is exactly why I want to disqualify you. Don't talk till I'm finished, alright? Don't talk until I'm finished. But, you know, there wasn't a song that stood out to me, but I knew that, you know, he was good. But that was really the extent of what I thought of him, you know. And then in July, I think I listened to his new album, Victory Lap, which I didn't really hear of when it released in January 2018, I believe. There was only one song on it, Budget Eminem, yeah, but don't be quiet, please.
You don't know him. How can you say it's Budget Eminem? You have no idea who
Yeah,
he is.
shut the fuck up! Jesus Christ, man!
Man.
God damn, man! This is exactly why.
Don't say shit. You don't know him.
Oh, good. Anyway, so you know, go back to about a week and a half ago. I saw him in a video, a GQ video, I guess, and Lauren London, which is his girlfriend. You know, they were doing the basic couple snits. They were, you know, couples. You know, they ask questions about each other, see if they really know each other and all that. And I saw him like, well, you know, Nipsey Hussle. You know, I haven't seen him, haven't paid attention to him in a while. You know, but you know, he's different. Like, he's different from some of the stereotypical rappers, obviously, that Kesh would only know. You know, or don't know. You know. Okay, but you don't know what Nipsey Hussle raps about either.
No, and I never
Yeah,
said I know.
but-
I never said I know what he raps about.
Well, all I said was I don't know. I've never heard of him before, and most people who listen to hip hop, haven't either. So, hold on. Like, I'm not trying to have an argument between these two. I'm just trying to talk about the dude. All right. So,
Talk about him.
until I'm done, could you please stop? Okay.
No,
Holy
if you
shit,
say
man.
bullshit, I'll say bullshit back. Like you said, like when the guy said in the chat that NF is Budget
Well,
Eminem, you said, yeah. You don't know?
I didn't agree to disagree, I just laughed. Okay. And it's probably true, but still, but anyway, let me just fucking speak, alright, because you've already screwed this segment already. But but yes, so yeah, you know, he's a cool dude, you know. He was Grammy nominated and all this snits. Obviously Cardi B won it because, you know, she's on some other level with, you know, she's more transcendent. You know, if I were to ask Cash, you know, who, you know, do you know Cardi B? Obviously do, but
like I said, I don't listen to hip hop.
I didn't say
so
listen. I
this
said
segment
do
is-
you know? I didn't say listen. That's what.
How would I know her if I don't listen to her?
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Can use some logic, American.
that doesn't make any. You don't make sense. You're not making any sense. You're not making any sense.
How would I know someone if I don't listen to genre? It's like you would ask me about American football player. Well, I don't know. I don't watch American football. Holy shit! How is that hard to understand?
Okay, this segment's been screwed. Alright, let me start over. Because clearly this segment's been screwed. Alright, let's start over. So anyway, this segment, like I said, was to talk about the slain dude. The slain dude, Nipsey Hussle, alright? Guy from South LA, one of the best rappers on the West Coast. Okay? Like I said, I wasn't really immersed into his music. I did listen to one of his mixtapes a year or two ago, and there wasn't one song on it that really stood out to me, but I, you know, understood his message. He actually rapped about snit instead of, you know, the stereotypical thing that most people who don't listen to hip-hop would think about what rappers talk about, which is money, drugs, and cars and all this snit. He didn't primarily do that, okay? And he was a different looking dude, you know, 6'3", had this pretty unique looking bearded snit. You know, he was different. He was different. He was Grammy nominated last year. He went to the Grammys, got interviewed by by a couple women. Had his daughter there. You know, it was a pretty upstanding dude. You know, it's a pretty upstanding dude. He had a business in his own hood in Crenshaw, South LA. And the thing about it is, you know, when rappers or you know, in loose cases, black dudes, they get out of the hood, they get rich. There's always this this thoughts: do you go back and do you help your community which you lived in, or do you get out of that snit? Basically, the Breakfast Club was like, you know, do you play to live or play to uplift your community? And you know, Nipsey Hussle was that kind of dude who didn't really, and he wasn't afraid to die. You know, and basically, when you grow up in those sort of circumstances, it is a reality when people do say, you know, when they say, I didn't know if I was gonna live till 20, you know, and stuff like that. Obviously, people, you hear that and it's like, what? You know, this isn't 17, or this isn't the Middle Ages, this isn't, you know, prehistory where, you know, for example, 30 years old is like how long you're gonna live, you know. But in those conditions, if you get to 20, that is considered a milestone, you know, and it's normal for you and me, but some other places are not so fortunate. So, you know, he was out here, he was hustling, he was doing his thing, you know. He, you know, basically my entire YouTube fucking feed right now is full of Nipsey Hussle videos, and I watched one. He was with Snoop Dogg 7 years ago, and he's pretty profound. You know, the stuff he said was pretty profound, to be quite honest with you. He wasn't like most of those dudes, you know. Obviously, when you talk about new age rappers that are actually good, you talk about J. Cole and Kendrick and you know, other guys like that. But on the West Coast, especially, not from the West Coast, but on the West Coast, Nipsey Hussle was pretty big. And you know, the dude that destroyed him, you know, it was a dude he knew for 16 years. You know, knew him since 2003. But in the hood, you know, if you're successful in the hood, you know, you come back, there are a lot of jelly people. You know, there's this rapper called Lil Boosie who said that all of the rappers that get successful, they come back to the hood, they usually die in their own city, you know. And every time it happens, it's that interview is replayed. You know, the same thing happened to that Tentacion dude, happened to this dude. But I was gonna say something before that, but yeah, you know. But yeah, you know, so when on that day when I was looking at Twitter and snit, because I watch it, I look at it once in a while. I heard that, you know, some dude got shot, and one of them couldn't Nipsey Hussle, and I'm like, dude, bro, holy snit, you know. And I was refreshing the page every 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, like, you know, some guy's dead, like, hopefully it's not him, you know. And it was him, you know. Usually, because, you know, Mac Miller died of overdose in October, and obviously, like, when somebody told me that, I was like, what? But that didn't hit hard as this one, I tell you. You know, usually when celebrities get taken down, it's some feeling. Like, I remember Alan Thicke was on the Levitard show 1 week, and then 2 weeks later he died, and I'm like, holy shit, he was just on television. But with Nipsey Hussle, it just felt a little bit different. And again, back to the dude, you know, he knew him for 16 years. You know, basically the story was, came up to the store, you know, Nipsey was like, bro, yeah, because the guy had a history for snitching and all that. So he was like, bro, you can't stay around here. So, you know, they shook hands with his friend or bodyguard or whatever it was, and he comes back with a gun. And obviously, when you know somebody and they come back around, you're not going to be vigilant. Because, you know, he's lived in that environment for his entire life. He's seen snit, so, like, when you see someone you know come up to you, like, you're not vigilant at all. That would be a disadvantage because, you know, of course, you can't shot him. The dude, you know, saw nobody had a gun or anything, so he came back and stopped his head, which is fucking, like, you know, demented, and all that. But you know, it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird because, you know, the day before, he was at a college basketball game in Anaheim, which is like not too far away from Los Angeles, where it happened. And there's a guy he knew on the Texas Tech basketball team. He was like, you know, you're coming to the Final Four. You got to see us. You got to see the team. He was like, yeah, you know, not to be there, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. But you know, the fact that, because, you know, the Bloods and Crips are gangs, you know, I guess they operate around the country, but, you know, they're pretty prevalent in Los Angeles. To see, because I've seen headlines about the Bloods and Crips having a unity march or unity gathering to, you know, stop the violence and snit. Like, honestly, because I don't think this happened when Tupac died. I'm not quite sure. Like, I was like 4 years old when he died. But and I'm not saying Nipsey Hussle's Tupac, 'cause he's not. But, you know, he was a pretty high-profile dude on the West Coast. You know, so for the Bloods and Crips to come together, you know, two gangs that are supposed to hate each other heavily, to come together and to have a march or whatever the hell it was, that's pretty profound. It's pretty profound. And you know, I understand he wasn't, I mean, he was Grammy nominated, but he wasn't like a transcendent dude yet. You know, he only had one album. You know, he had a bunch of mixtapes and he had one album. But, you know, guys like him, guys like Mac Miller, you know, we could have seen what kind of good snit they could have came out with had that not happened. And here's the thing, like, you know, it's, you know, sure, he was part of one of the gangs, yes, but, you know, just because you're part of a gang, that doesn't automatically make you a snit person, you know, because he wasn't into the gang banging, you know, that's a misconception a little bit, you know, because when you're young in that part of the country, like in LA, you know, people on the street will be like, you know, who you represent, where you from, and if you don't represent snit, then you might get your ass kicked, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing that happens, you know, and it's systematic, you know. Gangs didn't just originate out of nowhere. It was systematically put in place pretty much in that part of the country. It's just continued since then. So, but yeah, you know, it is pretty odd how, you know, you can have one mindset one day and then the next day it's completely changed. Because he was out to do some good. He was out for his community. You know, he wanted to make his community better, no matter how dangerous it was. I mean, it was the place he grew up in, the place he came up on, and a lot of people won't understand that. But you know,
Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, but still.
No, listen. My opinion is though that, I mean, you know, a lot of times the people die, they will have like everlasting legacy because of that, you know. I mean, yeah, of course it's bad that he died, you know, but people like him that died, people don't forget, you know. Maybe he would have gone on and maybe he wouldn't have that amazing career. Maybe he would like do one more, you know, record or whatever. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. You don't know, you know.
Absolutely not.
And yeah, but like because he was killed in that manner, people won't forget. I mean, I don't think they'll forget, you know. Like it becomes more a legend.
Yeah, yeah, Chivo just said that the Dr. Sebi conspiracy. Yeah, he was doing a he was working on a documentary about a dude named Dr. Sebi from Honduras. He claimed to have cured people with AIDS, and at first people were like, oh, they killed him because of, you know, he's messing with pharmaceutical money. Well, that kind of is bullshit. I mean, it is bullshit. Excuse me, it is bullshit. I would have loved to see that, but it was bullshit. You know, nobody's about to. The government ain't about to come out and try to, you know, kill guys just because they, you know, trying to spread awareness about curing AIDS or some shit. No, it was a different. This is an isolated incident. But no, absolutely not. You know, Mac Miller, for example, already had very good albums before he overdosed. And the reason why he got into shit was basically he was with Ariana Grande, and you know, she helped him through his drug problems, and since they broke up, he basically was a mess. I mean, his last album was very somber. Yeah, his last album was very somber, but if he, you know, he still had great music though, that's the thing. But if he got that drug problem fixed, he would have still been great. He would have still put out very good albums and all that. And Nipsey Hussle, I mean, absolutely not as well. He wouldn't have fallen off whatsoever. Like, no, absolutely not. But yeah, you know, that's a thought, but it's in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I can say. So rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Hopefully, I can get those goddamn videos off my YouTube feed eventually.
Hopefully you won't tell me to shut the fuck up anymore.
Well, I probably fucking will. I probably fucking will. I probably fucking will. All right.
I'm nobody's bitch.
Because you fucking tried to big up some fucking rapper that nobody fucking knows. All right.
Shut up.
Okay. Listen, I'm sure that this NF dude's pretty good. I mean, he has a lot of listeners. All right. He's got number 336 in the world, alright? Alright! If, you know, he's got that, sure, he's probably a pretty good rapper. But what I'm saying is, the people that typically are fans of hip-hop do not know this guy. Now, you know this guy, but you're not a fan of hip-hop in general. So, you may know these other dudes, you know, because there are different subdivisions to it. There's, you know, there's underground snits, there's, you know, southern snit. Like up here we don't know any southern rappers like that. You know, if you're in the east, if I lived in California, I would know how good Nipsey Hussle was. But I'm not. So, you know, it's different. So, you know, what the fuck are you gonna say? What the fuck are you gonna say? You know?
Nothing. What am I supposed to say? I didn't shed a tear for your fucking Nipsey Hussle. But you're almost about to cry, so GG's.
Well, shit. There were people who did shed a tear for his killing. So what are you gonna say about that?
Good.
Well, yeah, good. Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Exactly. I mean, there are different. There are different things that people are interested in that other people are not. That affect people different ways, and that's fine. All that's fine. But I'm not going to. I'm not.
Your wife.
But I'm
Take
not.
your wife's out, shed your tear, and let's finish the fucking show.
I am not going to criticize something that I'm not going to.
And not once I criticize Nipsey Hussle, I just said I don't even know him. I probably can't relate the pain and whatever you're feeling. I understand you're feeling it, and I listen to it through now, like quietly, when you talk shit. But bro, he did.
Well,
okay?
yeah, I know. But listen, there are different levels of this, you know. But yeah, listen, I understand, kind of. Okay, you don't know about
closure.
it.
Just let it pass few days, you'll get your closure someday.
Yeah, soon enough maybe, but you know, still, I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, that'll do it for the Punkery show.
Yeah, I do feel though. I mean, by how you describe it, he sounds like an amazing and good guy, and it kind of sucks that always good people need to die. It should have been the other guy who was a fucking
Yes,
idiot.
there are a lot of people saying, you know, we still got Takashi here, but yeah, exactly. But the thing is, you know, you look at just one more thing before I finish. You look at the cocksuckers that are memed in Discords, like for example, you got Lucas who memes Takashi or memes, you know, Blair's who memes XXXTentacion or some shit. Like those guys are shit rappers, and they get memed because they're shit. People don't get memed if they're good. That's basically what it is. Like, you know, no one memes Kendrick, no one memes J. Cole, no one memes Tupac, no one memes Biggie Smalls, no one memes Jay-Z. No one memes good people, you know. People who suck get memed, you know. So that's basically what it is. I'm just trying to enlighten. So that's what it is. But yeah, that's gonna do the Punkery show. When is Greens gonna be on? I have no idea. But
Punk.
yeah,
Little punk shit. You're young. Don't talk.
No idea what you're saying.
Little baby shit. Little baby.
But that's gonna do the Punkery show. See you next time. For Cash, this is Rashawn, and